Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing another marketing type video. Last week there was a kind of how to fill your book, how to be a busy nail tech. This week is how to use Instagram to your benefit. We all have it, or most of us have it, but are we using it correctly? And are we using it correctly to get to where we want to get with our business? So I have a few talking points here on my phone, and I'm not going to overwhelm you with stuff. We're just going to go through like literally a few things that you can do to start out in making your Instagram take you in the direction that you want to go. So if this is something that you think is going to interest you and your business, stay tuned. So the first tip I have for you today is not to buy followers. It seems like that's kind of course you wouldn't buy followers, but some people do. The option is out there. You can buy followers, but then you're not growing organically, and then you're not getting followers that are actually interested in what you're putting out there. So if the followers that you're getting aren't from your area, which they're not going to be, or if they're not interested in nails, brows, lashes, whatever it is you're doing, then they're not going to engage in your content, and they're not going to be any good to you. Then in the end, you have a whole bunch of followers and your vanity numbers look good and the numbers look great, but you have to buy your comments and you have to buy your likes because you've purchased your followers. So that's kind of tip number one. Just don't do that. So tip number two is Hootsuite, Later, Social Flow. Those names may all ring a bell, and it's because they are apps to help you with your Instagram. Now, there are a list of apps that are partner approved between Facebook and Instagram. As you know, Facebook owns Instagram, but there is actually a list of apps that are approved for use. I'm going to link those in the description box because that can be really helpful to make sure that you're using apps that both Facebook and Instagram kind of want you to be using. I know that seems gimmicky, but if you're using apps that aren't partnered and aren't approved, sometimes that can set you back a little bit. I don't really use a scheduling app just because I really like the act of scheduling all my things on my own, but that might be something that you want to look into, and in that case, there's all kinds of apps in that list. Again, I will list that in the description box. So the next tip is making sure that you are clear to Instagram what your account is about. So if you're posting today about your children, and you're posting tomorrow about nails, and maybe the next day about nails, and then you're posting about your dog and your trip to the mountains, and then nails again, Instagram's not going to be sure where you want everything to go. And you know what? If you're not trying to grow your following, then absolutely, that's totally up to you. That's fine. But if growing your following is something that you really want to do, that's something you need to look into. Perhaps it's time to make your own personal account, or to make your dog her own personal account, or something, so that you are using everything the same on one account. Instagram needs to know where to push your account to. So if they know that you are predominantly nails or even predominantly beauty, they can suggest your account to other people that are interested in the same or have shown that they're interested in the same. So equally as important is making sure that you have keywords and phrases in your description and in your bio. Your bio is really quite important. It wouldn't hurt to, you can Google, there's all sorts of videos out there about making a bio that is helpful, that is kind of formed the right way. To be able to optimize where your account is going. It wouldn't hurt to do so, to be able to revamp your account into making it as optimized as possible. So the next and last tip is to make sure you are engaging. Make sure you are engaging with people that have like accounts to yours. Make sure you are engaging with the people that follow you. When someone comments on your post, make sure you're responding to them in a meaningful way, not so much a copy and paste. Thanks, but maybe a thanks so much for commenting. I really enjoyed making this set. You know, lots of hearts, or like their comment. Maybe you can do something like send a short email when you get a new follower. Send them a little message. Hey, thanks for the follow. You could also follow my personal, or maybe you don't want to do that. For me, sometimes, not all the time, if somebody, especially somebody nail-oriented, follows my channel, I will send them a short email with the link to my YouTube channel, and I'll say, hey, if it interests you, I also have a YouTube channel if you'd like to check it out. Give them the link. If they don't want to check it out, that's fine. But it's engagement, and it's good engagement, and that's a service I wanted to provide. If the person who is newly following my Instagram is a new nail tech that maybe is looking for some tips and tricks, if I can help her a little bit, that's great. So why not just give her that little nudge to go to my channel? If she doesn't ever want to go there, that's cool too. But that is just something to say hello and to create engagement. Another tip for pumping up engagement is to go through the search menu up top and look for tags about, let's say right now, Remembrance Day is over with now, maybe Christmas nails. And then go through that, find a post with a lot of comments on it, and going through and maybe responding to some of those. Maybe somebody said, oh my gosh, I love this Grinch, I would love to see more of them. You can comment on that and say, I really love the Grinch too, it's my favorite movie. I mean, that's a really bad example. But go through other people's tags with like-minded accounts and engage sincerely with their followers. Sometimes if you can leave a meaningful comment on someone else's post, people that are looking for like-minded accounts will come your direction. Also doing so on a smaller scale with accounts from your area. Perhaps you're looking to fill your book. Again, I have a video on that I just posted last week if you would like to flop back to that afterwards just to take a look and kind of mesh the two things together. But if you're looking for people in your own area, you want to be looking at hashtags from your own town, from your own county, from your own province, state, wherever you are, and you can comment that way. That will bring things in a little closer in your location to your community. So if you're even doing that a few times a day, if you, let's say, always sit down with your coffee and go through other tags and make some comments and make some meaningful connections, and then maybe with your lunch you sit down and do the same thing 3-4 times, and perhaps after supper you can sit down and do the same thing. That really will start to grow your engagement. If you do that consistently, you would be surprised. So if you're new here, I do hope that you subscribe. I do tutorials and hauls and reviews and things like marketing. If you are not new here and you're returning, thanks for coming back. Please leave a comment down below with the tips that you have to be able to share with the rest of us to make our journeys a little bit easier, and I hope you have a great day.